Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed. Truly free. Here for his future.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Your first act as Archduke, my lord?
Unthinkable. To see my own father named Gortash, the sole ruler of Baldur's Gate. Please, we need to speak with him. Maybe he can see reason.
I should speak up.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No. This isn't him. This is the Tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
The true Ravengard is still clinging on somewhere in that mine. It might not be too late for him.
Have we finished then? Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
The Duke wants to keep Floric's location a secret. Little does he know that you've already found and freed her.
Enemies within? What do you mean?
Traitors, monsieur. Any who dare speak ill of Baldur's Gate.
Pardon me for saying, Archduke.
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words. Like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Ravengard, you would give up the Fist's command?
And if the Steel Watch can't protect us, what?
Ravengard, you would give up the Fist's command?
The Watch and the Fist must unite.
Dearest Karlach, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me?
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
Let the people rejoice. In Archduke Gortash's hands, they are safe.
A new age is upon us. Gods.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good.
The cat peers back. You read something in its eyes. Doubt. Resignation, perhaps.
I brought my own paring knife.
What's on your mind?
of something.
So, we have a shape changer at our camp. Good luck finding her. You could watch out for anyone acting strangely, but, well, you know the lunatics we camp with. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him.
An imposter in our camp. We must identify them, and quickly. Without trust, our fellowship is doomed to wither and die.
Oathbreaker, what do you need of me?
An imposter in our ranks. If this is true, it could be anyone. You, me... Well, not me, I know who I am. Perhaps we shouldn't take Gortash's word for granted. But if he speaks the truth, we need to be careful. Orin could have eyes and ears on us right now. Of course. Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection? The girl has left to hew her own path. She left you a letter. Thou couldst read it, or thou couldst not. Such hast thou other business?
Gortash is to be believed, then even our camp isn't safe from Orin's influence. You might want to confirm the veracity of his claim, or at least clean up the mess. She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like. To be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral. The end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you. You. I discovered you. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now. Like I said, I've lived a long time, traveled far and wide. I've lain with elf maidens under the boughs of oaks. I've had a Neelantha pirate claw my back and cry my name until he was hoarse. And I've been to the Underdark. Many times. I want more than to fight at your side, or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars and feel your skin against mine. I think you feel the same way. You saw to my needs here in camp with the care of a lover, not a host. But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, But I have to know if it can be something more. You have bonded with Shadowheart, body and soul. Her scent lingers on your skin. If there is to be anything between us, it must be with her consent. And perhaps someday, her participation. Some treat their relationships like a walled garden. Tidy, tamed, cut off from the world. That is their right, but it is not for me. I do as nature does, and let my heart run wild. Desire flourishes wherever it finds purchase. It has its place, but it is not for me. The wolf mates for life, but the bear roams free and partners as its instinct dictates. I need to stay true to my nature, and you to yours. Perhaps you are like me, or perhaps not. I understand. And I still cherish our relationship. Still, I could not have forgiven myself had I not taken the plunge. Better to have tried and failed. When I first met you, saving yourself from Ceramorph, I trust your leadership and respect your decisions. But I truly hope this is not something we come to regret. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves. What would you like to know? I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened. I had a friend when I was young, long ago. He played with me in the forests where I grew up. But eventually, I realized no one else had heard of him. It was Thaniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in High Forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The Grove became my family, with Sylvanas as my teacher. And now I have you. It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable. I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding. Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will improve. Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape, only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned. I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know. Well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey. Ornaments, utensils, and ducks. I like ducks. I like what I like. Once you get to my age, you realize there's little point in denying yourself, so long as others aren't affected. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks. Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe. Anytime.
I brought my own paring knife.
The house was on fire. We were rescuing people.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the riots.
Shut up. You've been seeing around ages and we're still here. Say, what are they acting for?
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? I couldn't even fathom a guess. Though, I doubt we'll need to wait long for answers. Let's make camp when we're able. Mizora will be waiting. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Here we go.
What? Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. Okay, but it isn't like that. I'm not a criminal. I just needed the gold. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke. You haven't heard? An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. Really? You'll just give it to me? Look. Hidden up on the roof, you'll find all the stuff I stole. Thank you.
Ravengard's a hero. Elturel would still be stuck in the Hells if it weren't for him.
You say you did things at the South Coast. Elturel's exiles cast out by the rest.
Is a legend.
Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last person.
Once he's dealt with the cult, Gortash should turn the steel watch on the guild. That would be rash. The guilds are part of the fabric of the city. In their way, they keep it. Enemies within? What do you mean?
What do the people require with such a heavy hand? The people demand it. Is a Baldurian truly free, and he fears for his future? Kill Orin and take her Neverstone. Find me in my office upstairs when it's done, and do not return until it is done. Let this be my one warning.
The kitchen is fresh out of sunfish, my lady.
Well, I never!
Enemies within? What do you mean?
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is yours, it seems.
We prepare an army. Do you want?
Gortash has Ravengard on his side. That should tell you something.
What? Every duke's just the same as...
Don't like it. Enemies
I'm
within?
not being paid to like
What
it.
do you mean?
If I were you, I'd focus on my own job and leave the Steel Watchers to theirs.
Howdy everybody, what's up?
The people of Baldur's Gate surrender. Every criminal we hang now is one less stain on the peace and prosperity.
Really won't feel it.
This is a parameters. That's what I was talking about. Do you know how badly those things can go wrong?
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate, so our readers don't have to.
Forget I said anything.
You are quite correct. The best broadsheet around. I would certainly recommend picking up a copy in the near future. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette. If I told you, it's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you.
Failure to do so with...
I bet you now. If you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
What did we do?
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette?
Chap, I know you're hurting.
lies before me.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
Trouble? I know of course. That's Goldman. She's no thief.
Stay back! Warning you. It's on the list.
Your patron may not enjoy you shopping around the divine, Warlock. It bothers me none. Be welcome, child of faith. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
Let's have a look. Let's see.
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame. It reads, "Show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow." The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required. The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required. This altar isn't dedicated to a single. Your god is one of many. And in this place you sense a spark. It reads, "Show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow." The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required. The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion. You see an altar dedicated to Mistra. Mistra, mother of all magic, is the patron of wizards and often called upon by other spellcasters as well. She's said to be a jealous goddess. Even though you do not follow her, you feel her power resonating from the statue. She is the one true spell at the heart of all spells. The weave could not be in better hands.
Seluna. Her lifetime.
See an altar dedicated to Seluna. An inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Seluna. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright." Your scholarship of religion tells you no more. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
I wouldn't mind doing a little shopping in the city.
Lord Gortash! You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
Such a good job running the Gazette.
These days, it's hard to tell if I'm reading the Boulder's mouth or Gortash's
They come so tavern. I wonder if my old prints are still there. They could be of use to you.
Damn near busted her skull. I didn't see her make no trouble. I know her. That's Ghoster. She's no thief.
People don't always know their own minds. Gotta keep them safe, that's all.
You'll not find any fear-mongering here. We're the ones.
Well, well, if it isn't the city's next celebrity. You star in our next edition's top story. Well, You should have considered that before disgracing yourself in public. I've never heard so much violence against innocent circus freaks before. The truth will be out with tomorrow's broadsheet. People will spit in your face. Your very presence will be bad for business. You'll be a pariah, an outcast, as you should be. And then, we can only hope the Fist do their duty and escort you to the gallows. Your days of scumming up this good city streets will be over. I would never reveal my sources, and certainly not to the likes of you. The headlines are loaded into the print works already. Now, guards! I believe our distinguished guest was just leaving. Would you care to escort them out?
Something over there.
This is Joel's house. No letters, no clerics, no herb sellers, no potion peddlers, and no steel watch.
What were you playing at running away? Ask me. I don't think Gortash even deserves to be called a lord.
That's enough of that. Lord Gortash has everything under control. We don't need agitators like you ruining the rest.
Oi! What are you gonna do? I dress well.
Will you please keep your eyes on what you're doing?
Eh? I'm trying to enjoy the festival.
Please do not distract me.
Goodness me, there's a lot to organize.
Something's on my mind.
Roger, look, a visitor.
So I see. Are we expecting anyone, Cora?
No, the grocer's just been, as has the chandler. Then there's your tailor. He's due soon to get the children outfitted for the festival.
And of course, the wine festival itself is but a few days away. Cora, we do forget ourselves. We've not even asked this fine young stranger's name.
I am Cora Highbury, and this is my husband, Roger. Delighted to meet you.
Oh, more than delighted. A little extra company's always welcome as we enter our twilight years. Yet another reason we're putting on the wine festival.
We hope so. It's going to be right on our doorstep.
The festival was put together to raise funds for the children, you see. Times are a touch tough at the moment. Young Molly and Timothy, who we've recently taken charge of, their parents... war leaves the nastiest scars.
We are lucky to be blessed with a rather spacious one.
Seems cruel to let it go unused if there are children in need.
You're welcome to stay a while if you like. Does us good to have a little extra life in the house.
But do be careful if you're out and about. City's just not as safe as it used to be.
Now, where is my good hat? I waited the kids were playing dress up again.
Children's clothing, never mind donations. Oh, that Figaro's a real miser.
You please keep your eyes on what you're doing.
Eh? I'm trying to enjoy the festival.
Gortash's latest interview with all this man.
Speaks well, that animal.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you asked, Edvard. No, a bit too familiar.
Mr. Needle.
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. That newcomer,
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached.
This was brewed with my barley.
What can I get you? Make it as easy as possible and leave a big tip. Check the roof. But you didn't hear that from me. We did. Alas, I've got nothing in my pockets but lint and disappointment. How are you both? So how about this? Alan puts swill in the bottles, but I know where he keeps the good stuff. I need to get back to work before Alan throws a fit, but stick around. You brighten the place up. Break time. Heading to the roof. Sort your own drinks in the meantime.
Makes sense.
I wonder if this was brewed
If you
with my
cross an
barley.
owl
Another step forward.
with a bugbear. An owl bug. You get it?
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, a comedian. And we got a little contest here called the Laugh Riot. You want to play along? Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldarians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right, I got fiend zone. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The Elf Song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me? If that's the best you got, smart stuff, you should quit before the crowd gets angry. Win or lose, I'm stealing that one. Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
A single person applauds from the back of the room, probably out of pity.
Sorry, smart stuff. No joy for you, I'm afraid. But that sounds like job security for me.
That newcomer Gortash, an archduke.
None of this makes sense.
Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Developer's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome. Chances are the constable will throw you down the stairs, but go ahead, citizen. I could do with something to break the monotony.
You try and get fresh demands in the city under siege.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. An adventurer? Fantastic. We don't have enough of those in Baldur's Gate. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Suppose it couldn't hurt. We're scraping the barrel as is right now. Here's all I found. The Duke was paralyzed by poison. Absolutist symbols scrawled on the floor in blood. Hand removed, pre-mortem. The symbol's the bit that bothers most. You use poison when you want to get away with murder. So why leave a symbol at the scene of the crime? Doesn't make any sense. And the removal of the hand. I've a theory, but... Oh, well, you're a civilian. That one will be for me to follow up. I've been working on an assignment. A side project of sorts. I think the removal of the hand is the key, but I just can't figure out how. Corpses without hands are showing up all over the city, together with dioramas of death and murder. It has to be connected. The brutality of it. The unnecessary brutality. My theory is that it's got something to do with the Lord of Murder himself, Baal. The higher-ups don't want to hear that, of course. The last thing they need is public hysteria about a cult that was supposed to have died out over a century ago. I'd follow up myself. But while this uniform gets me into certain places, it keeps me out of others. Especially places that don't want to be found. Perfect. Unofficially, mind. as far as the higher-ups are concerned, you're still just a civilian. If you end up breaking any laws, well, I won't be able to help you. Report back to me if you find anything. And thank you. If I'm right, you'll be doing a great service to the city.
Boulder's mouth or Gortash's diary.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
It's happening already.
Of course I heard about it.
Calm down, would ya? It's all in your head.
How do you address an archduke, Your Excellence?
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my old lodgings.
Go on.
Concentrate.
No holding back.
Let's finish this. Got to press on.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Need to find a way forward. Come on, Karlak. Show him who you are.
No holding back.
The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks. the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
Better not be cursed. Wonder if the gods are watching me. I'll take that.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home. I suppose it is. I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
Yankee. Blacketh has found us. Get rid of them, quickly!
In the meantime, tear every brick out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of its whereabouts.
Just what I need.
Welcome to the lower city, where Baldur's Gate true. Are you sure? And just when.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Sorry, did you want something? Darling, lead on. Keep your distance, darling.
No one back home will ever believe this.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as brazen as described. The gloomed soul who thieved from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? And you would trust an illithid to do such a thing? You have fallen prey to its Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master, Shamazala Blackith!
Handy.
Death.
Quickly.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Don't linger. They won't know what bit them. Time to move.
Can't give up. Not now. On the move.
Don't waste a step.
Incendium here!
Need to learn the hard way.
exhausts her forces soon. Now search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
More for me? What's in here?
something over there.
What's that?
Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to the shell. A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality. My cutlery set. I got it from my mother. But there she is, in all her glory. Duke Benin Stelmane, my old partner.
Something over there.
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now. A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
Hello.